Hockey is back, and here are my predictions for the upcoming 2021-22 NHL season. Welcome back to BRITBOY Hockey. It's been a long time. Yeah, I know, bit of inconsistent uploads, but this season hopefully there'll be more, consistent uploads. And welcome, basically, to the 2021-22 NHL season. But the channel cannot start the season without my predictions. Before we do, could you like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned to my podcast, the BRITBOY Hockey Podcast, because episodes for this season will come every Sunday. Not for that to change, because it was every Sunday last year, with my editor and maybe some special guests there and here throughout the season. But with that, here are my predictions. Before I start the predictions, I'm going by division from the Central to the Metropolitan. So here's like the divisions, because some teams are in different divisions, and obviously we don't have the all-Canadian division. So, starting for my predictions for the Central Division, in 8th place, I'm predicting the Arizona Coyotes. I think they're the weakest team in the Central Division. And after last season's record of 24 wins and 26 losses, I don't think they'll do well. But they do have some amazing jerseys, especially that white jersey, which we might be showing somewhere around here. In 7th place, I'm predicting the Chicago Blackhawks. I do think they'll do better, especially that Jonathan Taves is now back after Jonathan Toes Taves, because someone put in the comments how you actually say his name. I don't know if it's Toes or Taves. After his basically season injury last year. In 6th place, I'm predicting the Winnipeg Jets. Even though they swept the Oilers last season, I think them in this, what I'm going to call a hard division for them, I don't think they'll make the playoffs. In 5th place, just missing out on the playoffs, I predict the Minnesota Wild. Because I think, they've got some okay defense with Kaprizov, Jordy Ben, and even the former Canuck, didn't even know he played on the Wild. But yeah, in 4th, just making the playoffs, I predict the Dallas Stars. They added some good players in the offseason, Holtby, Suter, etc. In 3rd place, I'm predicting the Nashville Predators, because they have a good balance between veterans and young guys. The veterans are, I'm going to absolutely lose this, but Baroki. I think that, I watched the video and I think that's how the commentator announced it. Ekholm, Yoshi, and some young guys include Cody Glass, Philip Tomasino, and Eli Tovanen. Tovanen. And let's just leave it at that. In 2nd place, I'm predicting the St. Louis Blues. You never know, they could repeat 2019. Do I think they will? And so finally, the team that will be that will take the title of champions of the 2021-22 Central Division is the Colorado Avalanche. They looked unstoppable last season with McKinnon, with Rantanen and Landeskog, but then obviously got beaten by Vegas in the playoffs. Next is the predictions for the Pacific Division, the division that my favorite team, the Vancouver Canucks, are in. In 8th place, I predicted the Anaheim Ducks. I don't think they will bounce back, and clearly based off of my prediction, I don't think they will. In 7th, and I hate to do this, but yeah, the Vancouver Canucks. I just think based off of their preseason games, yes, they're not the strongest. You can see my editor, he's annoyed. But, last season was not great. And based off of preseason, yes, we didn't have a full strength team with the greatest players, but I am worried. But they could surprise me. And also, I am going to be going to a Abbotsford Canucks game, and that we'll make a video out of that, and that will be in a few weeks, something like that. In 6, I have the newest team in the NHL, the Seattle Kraken. This is hard because they're either going to be like Vegas, like every other expansion team, and not be great in their first season, or Vegas, or be like Vegas and nearly win the Stanley Cup. And their jerseys are amazing, and they actually just named Mark Giordano as the captain. In 5th, just missing the playoffs, I have the San Jose Sharks. I know, sorry, Twisted Wrister Hockey. I think it'd be great if the Sharks make the playoffs, but I don't see it happening. In 4th, unlike the Sharks, just making the playoffs, I've predicted their rivals, or California rivals, the LA Kings, who actually, as I'm filming this, just came out with a new jersey about an hour ago. I don't even think my editor's seen it yet. I think their goalie, Cal Peterson, will be great this season. And warning, hot take coming in, I think Cal Peterson will be the future Carey Price. I think he's only 28, so he's still got, it's old, but he's still got years in him to, be okay. In 2nd, oh no, sorry, I just skipped over 3rd. 3rd, I've got the Calgary Flames. I want to see how well the Flames will do without their former captain for, 15 years, something like that, Mark Giordano. In 2nd, I'm predicting the Oilers, even after they got swept by Winnipeg. And in 1st, if this team does not come 1st, I will be pleasantly surprised. The Vegas Golden Knights. They are the best team in the weakest division in the NHL. Next up, the Atlantic Division, and in 8th, I'm predicting, I know the Buffalo Sabres will come 8th, and I am very, very, very sure on that. I would be very surprised if they even get 7th, and I don't even know how they still have Jack Eichel on the team. I thought that guy said that he didn't want to be on the team, and he said that there was disconnections, but he's still on the team. In 7th, I'm predicting the Ottawa Senators. Last season, they finished 7th in the North Division. I think the same will happen again. In 6th, I'm predicting the Detroit Red Wings. Their reverse retro sucks, and so do they. In 5th, just missing out on the playoffs, I'm predicting, and a hot take coming in again, the Florida Panthers. I don't think the cup will come to Florida, but then again, there is another Florida team, so we could see that maybe. Though I am excited for the Florida-Tampa Bay games, because those will be great. In 4th, just making the playoffs, I'm predicting the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I think everybody should go watch All or Nothing, the Toronto Maple Leafs. I haven't actually seen it yet. But I only think they'll make the playoffs if Matthews and Marner actually show up in the playoffs. Last season, in the regular season, they were amazing. In the playoffs, though, they just didn't seem like they were going to do anything. In 3rd, I'm predicting the Montreal Canadiens. I hope they make a deep dive like they did last season. And I'm wishing Carey Price luck. He's currently on the support board or whatever it is for the NHLPA. In 2nd, I'm predicting the Boston Bruins. They have a great team, and one of my favourite players plays for Boston. Can you guess who? David Pastrnak. But they don't have Tuukka Rask. They actually never signed him. So he's currently a free agent. So that could be interesting. So that leaves the Tampa Bay Lightning winning this division. Come on, they've won the Stanley Cup twice in the past 2 years. Twice years? Sorry. And finally, the Metropolitan Division. In 8th, I'm predicting the New Jersey Devils, because PK Subban needs to lead this team. They also did actually bring in Dougie Hamilton. In 7th, I'm predicting the Columbus Blue Jackets. I really hope that Patrick Laine steps up, and it would be good because then Nasher could celebrate his team doing well. Not that Nasher's going to see this video, but you never know. In 6th, I'm predicting the Washington Capitals. I just don't think they're going to make the playoffs. In 5th, just narrowly, going back to the Washington Capitals, I heard that Ovechkin was going to get his PhD or something, but I don't know where we're on with that. In 5th, just narrowly missing the playoffs, I've got the New York Rangers. Now, this could age badly, but as I'm recording this, Jack Eichel is still a Sabre. If the Rangers get him, I think they might be able to make the playoffs. In 4th, if Jack Eichel doesn't get traded, I've got the Philadelphia Flyers making the playoffs. And hot take coming in here, Carter Hart will be a great goalie this season. He wasn't last season, but I think he will be this season. In 3rd, I've got the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think Crosby will have a great season. Do I think they'll make it past the 2nd round? No. And just saying, this jersey is probably like the last of the old generation of Adidas jerseys, because they've moved to prime green jerseys, which is the recyclable things. I might make a video on that, just explaining what it actually is. In 2nd, I got my 2nd favorite team. Didn't know that synced up. The New York Islanders. Anders Lee, their captain, is back after a season injury. They also have Matthew Barzal. I think they could go very deep in this playoffs, and they tend to go very deep. So in 1st, that leaves the Carolina Hurricanes winning the division. Now, my 2021-22 Stanley Cup winner is, drumroll, Colorado or Tampa Bay. Colorado is in the Western Conference and Tampa Bay is in the Eastern Conference, so they can't meet. Because obviously you can't have... That's why Toronto and Boston can't meet in the finals, because they're in the same conference. So please like this video, slap drop that subscribe button, check out my Instagram, all of that. My editor's looking all the way around for a ball. We have it, and good.